Hey everybody, here's a redo of the Project 1 using the very latest version of Photoshop, and it just created this quick one here. So let me toss the layers out and start over. Actually, I can just start over this way and take you right through it. If I go File, New, Document, this has changed in the latest version of Photoshop. And I'm setting this up into inches, not pixels, and doing 8 by 8 at a resolution of 150, which is plenty for the blog. And then when I hit Create, it put in a new file, and also new right now is I have a transparent layer 1 instead of the normal white background. There's no problem with that. I'm going to click over here on the very left, my foreground and background color, to default foreground black, background white. And if I reverse these with this little X, I can click with my bucket tool and click right in here and turn layer 1 into a blank white fill layer. So the next thing to do is over here in the Layers palette on the right, next to the trash can, is click to add 2 more layers. One will be for the square box, in case you want to move it, and the other's for the circle. Next, up here at the top, we want to go to the rectangular marquee. When you click and hold a tool, these options pop up. So rectangular marquee, and starting about here, I want to click and drag diagonally to the right. Get equal borders on the top, left and right, and the bottom can be just a little bit wider. That's kind of nice. So let's see, we'll target layer 2 on the right here and make that one active, so that's where the black line will appear. And I will say Edit, Stroke, and I'll set it in this case to maybe 5 pixels. Centered on the line, and say OK to that. And it stroked it white, and the reason is because I had white in the foreground over here. So I'm going to switch the black and white again and put black in the foreground and say Edit, Stroke, 5 pixels, and there we are. Control D, or select, deselect, and the shortcut is Control D here. Next, let's click on layer 3 and click and hold down the marquee tool and select the elliptical marquee tool. Come right to the center and hold down Shift and Alt, click and drag diagonally, and that makes a perfect circle, not an ellipse, not an oval. And if holding Alt lets it grow from where you put the cursor, and holding Shift constrains it so it's a perfect circle. Now with black in the foreground, I'm going to take the bucket tool, I'm checking my layer, and then dumping black into the middle like that. And good, deselect that, Control D. That means I hold down the Control button and with my index finger, and then or pinky, and then I hit D on the keyboard. Lastly, I'll take the Type tool, which is the T tool here on the left, and click down here, and the first word that came to my mind is grandiose, and check that. If it's not in the center, you can take the Move tool and move it to where you want, and notice the pink line that went up through the center of the circle. That's telling me that my grandiose typography is centered with the circle now, so I'm going to let go and leave it at that. Finally, to save this, you go File, Save As, not Save, but Save As, because that allows you to name it, which I'll name dot 1. And this is very important, turn it into a JPEG. And then know where you're putting it. I'm putting this into Creative Cloud files right now, but it could be on your desktop or pictures, anywhere that you want, as long as you know where you put it so that you can find it to upload it to the blog. So next I hit Save, and quality 10 is fine. Now to make the next one like this, I don't have to redo it from scratch. I'm going to take this circle and shrink it down. So I'm going to hit Control T, and notice that I have a bounding box with these handlebars on the corners and midpoints. It's very important not to skew the circle when you reduce the size, so I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt again and click and drag. I may stop here to do a couple of them, but I'm going to make it really small and go for the classic one that we seem to like, which is lonely. Okay, so put that there. He could even just rest in the bottom and be really lonely. And oops, go back to my type tool and click, close that. If you click and it's not selecting the type, then normally escape is what gets you out of that. Yeah, so I hit escape and then I click here, and notice there's a line under the type. That means that it's going to be selected. I highlight it, and now I'm going to type lonely and click the move tool to center it, and it's going to center it again with the pink mark right to the center of the frame there. One more time, File, Save As, and name it .2 and JPEG it, top JPEG, and know where you're putting it, and then save, and 10. So that's it. I hope you don't have any more problems with this, and see you on the blog.